Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Chatter Squadron Predictions, where we get a bunch of stuff wrong about Star Wars. That is Logan Hansaker.
That is Tyler Bucks, and you are Rebel Scum.
That's right. We're putting ourselves out there. We are trying to figure out what's going to happen in the new Bad Batch season, and we're going to be held accountable because of this. We're putting our thoughts out there right now.
Put it out there.
And then May 4th, everybody's going to watch the first episode and so on and so on, and they're going to see how wrong or right,
hopefully
positive thinking,
right,
that we are. But before we get to that, Logan, tell them about all the stuff we have.
All the stuff we have: art from Acme Archives Direct. Per usual, comment on any of our streams in the month of, what are we in April? Always forget.
Yeah, this is your last chance in the month of April, everybody.
That's true. It is your last chance in the month of April to win Bounty acquired by Lucas Durham from Acme Archives Direct. They are all Lucasfilm licensed. We have the certificate of authenticity that I will hold not right behind
the art.
But that's the real one. There we have it this time.
If you get something from Acme Archives Direct, you get it Lucasfilm licensed and everything. And you can help support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Chatter Squadron. You can go over there, rise the ranks. We have the link in our link tree if you want to check out our main page, Chatter Squadron, on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, wherever you're watching. And we give a shout out to we give a shout out to several patrons at a specific level. So we'd like to thank Commodore Marroquin,
Commodore
Rayside,
Commodore Benty,
and Commodore Mellish. So go ahead and help us out over there. But Logan, I think it's time for us to stop postponing
the predictions.
Predictions, and for us to just start getting things incorrect. Are you ready to try this out?
I am very used to getting things incorrect, Ty.
So this is Logan's first predictions episode with Chatter Squadron. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how well he does when it comes to this. So I will start off. I will start off my predictions, and then you can go ahead and say yours.
Oh, cool.
And the first character, and the way we're kind of doing it is we're breaking down it by characters and then by some events, and then we have a Hail Mary. Each one that we get correct, which is up for debate, by the way.
Right.
We can debate it and say, did that really go that way you were thinking or whatever? It's up for debate, but for each one we get correct, we get a point. And then at the end of the series, one of us will win, one of us will lose, and we have a special punishment in mind for the loser and a special prize in mind for the winner that you can hear about when we come back, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, where we can talk about more stuff about Star Wars and the Bad Batch. But first off, we have Admiral Wilhuff Tarkin. So for the people who are wondering, yes, that is his first name, Wilhuff.
Wilhuff, I love it.
So here's my prediction for Wilhuff Tarkin in the Bad Batch. He will be the main antagonist in the series and even give the orders to kill an important character, leading to an actual death, solidifying him as the true villain.
Wow.
So that's the main point there. That's my
he
prediction.
Is the villain. Okay. The main villain.
The main villain, and he's going to give orders for someone to be killed.
Someone big.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually they will die.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yes. That's the thing. I'm putting myself out there. I'm going to work hard for that one point.
Just the one.
Logan, what is yours?
Okay, so for Tarkin, it's a little vague. It's a little more vague, but I just have the Emperor will tell Tarkin that like his job or his future with the Empire is on the line in regards to a situation.
In a situation, or are you going to just leave it that vague?
I will say in a situation, like what I envisioned was like, he's got to take care of something, something's kind of getting out of hand.
Right.
And it's like, if you don't take care of this, your job / future, there's going to be some threat from Palpatine about his future.
Palpatine does love giving threats.
He does.
So now we're moving on to the Bad Batch, the actual people in the Bad Batch. Hunter is first. I think he will say a quote from a famous action movie, since he's basically Rambo. Like, he just looks like Rambo. He's got the headband. He's got the same hairstyle.
Does he have cutoff?
He basically has a mullet going for him.
Yeah.
But he'll say something like, "They drew first blood," or "Ain't got time to bleed." It's going to be a lot about blood from Hunter. That's my prediction when it comes to Hunter. What about you, Logan?
So I think Hunter will have an episode or more where he is split off from the group.
Oh.
And if we want to get even more specific, I think he will at one point become a prisoner.
Oh, okay. I like that because especially him as a character, he's kind of like a survivalist.
Right.
So being able to somehow get back.
Well, like I said, even a little bit from the writing side too, it'll be cool to see the Bad Batch without their leader, you know?
Right. This episode is not sponsored by Wendy's, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is. Wendy's Eat Fresh.
But is sponsored by Wendy's. They have the beef.
That's real.
We're moving on to Echo. So here's what I think will kind of be a good callback for Echo. He will start to echo things that other members of the Bad Batch members say.
That's awesome.
Like he did before in the original series, like that's how he echoed, and that's how he got that nickname.
Right.
But they will accept him for that because they are the Bad Batch, and they're like, you know, we accept people as they are, and they won't make fun of them because of it. So he'll revert back to being like himself, and he will find his home with the Bad Batch.
And they accept him.
They accept him as Echo. Yeah,
I had something. When I was thinking about the Echo, I was gonna say something along the lines of like he's just like mimicking people, or he keeps repeating orders. That's funny.
Yeah. What was yours for Echo then?
Mine's a little grim. I said Echo will not make it to the end of the series.
I looked at your screen and I'm like, that is dark.
I think it's what I think.
He went through a lot in the final season of Clone Wars. So you're saying like, listen, he didn't go through enough.
It's a Hail Mary. But
that's your Hail Marys later.
It's true. But when I was thinking about Echo, I don't know. It's just I wanted to write other stuff, and that's just all I could write about him. I was like, I don't have a good feeling. It feels like I'm willing this.
So do you think that he won't make it, or do you think just not all of him will make it? Like, like he's gonna basically be like. So he's like General Grievous by the end of this.
But he's General Grievous, but we don't even have all of his they just saved his arm, his robotic arm or something.
And they just programmed
he didn't make it. No, they don't reprogram the arm. Like that's all they have.
They put his human arm on a robot, and it's like, hey, Echo's still here with us.
They put his arm in a jar. It's like Futurama.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Tech as one of the next members of the Bad Batch. So here's like I said, some stuff is specific,
right.
And this one's specific. Tech will fall in love with something.
Wow.
That's right, something. Whether it's a droid that matches his intellect or a person who understands him and can finish his sandwiches. He's going to become enthralled with something. And you know what I mean? Like he's kind of a reserved character, kind of brought in like, hey, go ahead and fix this thing. I think it might be a cool little story for him to like really love something or really get into something and show emotion.
I like the idea of what you said when it was something that matches his like intellect.
Right.
However you said it, that's cool. I like that. I like it a lot.
What about you?
All right. So I have Tech will be the first one in the group to meet Fennec Shand.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty specific.
It is because at first I just had it was pretty vague. It was like Tech will befriend a important stranger or something. Like I like whatever big character they were going to hey. I don't know. Pretty cool.
Trying to talk without opening my mouth that much.
Put it on the side of my mouth. Yeah, so I was like, that's too vague because if he just meets a random stranger,
right? So he's gonna meet Fennec Shand.
Yeah, somehow.
Is she gonna beat him up?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
We got Wrecker next. So Wrecker, I think, will solve a problem for the group that requires a high level of deduction skill. I think he will. They're gonna put him to the test. Everybody's trying to figure something out. Like they're trying to figure out how to open up this door or get out of a room or whatever it is, and then he somehow is able to figure out the key to the puzzle here.
Don't look at mine because it's very funny.
Okay, go ahead. It better be very funny.
Wrecker will overcome his fear of heights or gravity. We both have him. You know what I mean? We both went for like
he's doing something outside of his comfort zone. Wrecker.
Right.
Because if he's just the whole time like, I'm gonna be like, okay,
they need to go whatever. Yeah.
Talking about somebody who has layers. We're talking Crosshair next. Crosshair. They will have an intervention for Crosshair's toothpick addiction. No, that's a joke one. No, for real, he will be positive about a situation in order to turn around someone's morale.
Okay.
Like everything's kind of grim, but he will be the one that like finds the golden like kernel.
He's like, guys, we got to pull through.
We gotta pull through. Tough luck, Buck. We gotta be happy.
It's like that. We said it. We came to you about the toothpicks, man. We said it. We had an intervention.
Tough luck, Buck. Your sadness is dead.
Oh, his eye, right into Echo's eye, his good eye.
Right into Wrecker's good eye.
Yeah, Echo's. Yeah, he's got both of his eyes.
Still
smudged with glasses. Yeah, surprisingly, he still does.
Quite. Yeah, it might not last until the end of the season.
That's true. I guess when everyone else is being positive,
right,
he can be negative. But if everyone else is negative, he's got to rise up.
Yeah, and that's the true feeling of being rebellious.
True. I have something good about Crosshair.
I hope you do.
I Crosshair literally finds Jesus. In the most literal. No, I'm just kidding.
He becomes a pastor.
Well, because I was
he
like,
moves to Alabama.
Yeah, what's opposite? I was like, he literally will find.
He goes into the seminary. Seminary.
Don't ask me.
You know.
I don't know.
Okay, what's your real one then?
Okay, my real one is Crosshair will be the first out of the group to kill a clone.
Oh, that's actually a great one,
right?
Because somebody's got to take that step to like,
well, yeah,
tough luck, Buck. Our brothers suck,
right? Reg, bam! It's like, whoa, okay.
Everyone... He's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw a toothpick straight through someone's head.
Right. That's how he does it.
Yeah,
that's good.
Now that's a Hail Mary guess right there. But let's talk about this wild card already, who we don't even know what the heck is going on. We're talking about Omega. Here's my guess. Omega will, in fact, be one of the first clones of Jango ever. They may even be force sensitive, which is the reason why A, the Kaminoans kept them away from the other clones, and B, why the Bad Batch will rescue them from the new Empire.
Interesting.
So I'm kind of doubling down there. Not only are they a clone, one of the first ones, but also they're force sensitive. So that's what I'm saying. I think my guess.
This isn't my guess, but only because you said that real quick. You said that they rescue Omega. Mm-hmm. I think it might be the opposite. I think Omega might not rescue, but I think Omega might help them escape from wherever. I don't know, but that's not mine.
What is yours on Omega?
Oh, it's pretty boring, but it's Omega will fit into a space that no one else in the group can, i.e. a vent, a compartment, or storage.
You're thinking of the Mandalorian when he sends Baby Yoda in to get electrocuted to death.
Yeah. Maybe it was that one. I feel like there's going to be like an escape or something, and they're not going to be able to. You're crawling through
one of them escapes.
I always think of that. What is it? Die Hard. He's
crawling through.
Or no. Is that Die Hard? Is that just the first Die Hard?
Crawls through the vents and stuff.
We're gonna grill up some. We're gonna have a barbecue. That's Die Hard.
I'm gonna have a
couple of beers. I'm walking here. I'm climbing through the vents here.
I'm crawling here. Okay. You already brought her up earlier, but we're talking about Fennec Shand. So Fennec will be hired by the Empire to hunt down the Bad Batch, but eventually she will help them.
Okay.
So almost like a Boba Fett thing from Empire, but instead, like she finds them first, and then here's their plan. Because I don't know how much of a bad character they would want to make her,
right?
Leading her into the Mandalorian, where I'm guessing, or more so Book of Boba, where she's probably going to be a main good guy. So I think you're going to get like, she's kind of hard with a heart of gold,
right?
Yeah,
and then she has a literal heart of gold.
That's how they replace that. Yeah, exactly.
That's later.
What about you for Fennec?
Fennec will ridicule Echo for being part semi-mechanical. That is redundant. She will drone on about how she would never become part robot, ever. Like, it's annoying how much she goes on about never becoming a cyborg. That's real.
Is that your real guess?
Okay, I do have another one for Fennec Shand, which is kind of cool.
But I still think that could be a possible, like, quick throw.
Just like an offhanded,
exactly,
little,
Hey, come over here. I'm not even going to say that. That just seems like it's a possible gray area.
It could be. Into. All right, so Fennec Shand will come face to face with Emperor Palpatine or Darth Vader.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Face to face.
Face to face.
I don't know.
Not hologram to hologram. Face to face.
Face to hologram.
Oh my goodness.
No, face to face.
Okay. Another wild card that we saw in the trailer. We have Saw Gererra. Saw Gererra. Saw Gererra. I just love.
What was it? The
Ball Gullet. The Ball Gullet. Logan was like,
I'm
what
like,
was the Ball Gullet again? The Ball Gullet will know the truth.
I'm like, I don't know what that is.
That doesn't help you at all. Okay, Saw Gererra. We will see why he is so untrusting in Rogue One. My specific guess is that he helps the Bad Batch, but gets burned by the Empire because of it. We see him get a little jaded, very jaded in
super jaded
in the Clone Wars when his sister dies and everything.
Right.
But we see him like crazy levels in Rogue One.
Yeah.
And if this is not the time where we start seeing like a major shift for him, I don't know what they're going to do to kind of give that backstory. So I think we're going to see like kind of a big hit to Saw Gererra, whether it is physically or it is just emotionally.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That is, and I have an in-depth one for Saw Gererra as well. Saw Gererra will sing a song.
Like kind of around a campfire.
Yeah. Nope, just sing a song. You know what? I'm not even going to try to make it make
He can't
sense.
hit the notes very well. Somewhere over the ring. Over the ring.
That's where, and then he gets criticized for his singing ability, and that's his drastic turn.
How dare they?
Which then leads into yours.
Rex. Big character return of Rex. Didn't really see that coming until we did see it in the trailer. Like
we quite literally saw
but it was that type of thing of like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They fit him in. So Rex, my prediction for Rex in the first season of the Clone Wars, in the Bad Batch, is Rex will only allude to the fact that he was with a Jedi when he escaped, but not give major details to protect Ahsoka from anyone who will try and track her down.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't think there will be a moment when he'll be like, yeah, we were on the ship and she got the inhibitor chip and then Ahsoka. No, I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll just be very vague in case anybody hears about it.
Interesting.
To protect, even against the Bad Batch and other people that might.
You don't even think he'll tell them?
No, I don't think so.
Sworn to secrecy.
Your prediction for him is he will come right out and say it.
Yeah.
Like he's just completely.
So
juxtaposed.
he is going to give all of the incriminating details
right
where Ahsoka is and where she's going. Rex will sing a song. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be something? Rex, this is actually a Hail Mary because I don't even know if it's possible, but Rex will meet Cal Kestis.
Whoa. Okay. That's kind of crazy.
Maybe.
Cal at the time
is like just escaping.
Yeah, right off the Order 66 survival boat. But
yeah,
that is pretty much of a Hail Mary.
He'll either sing a song or he'll meet.
If Rex sings a song, I'll still give you that point.
Now, what if he sings a song and then someone else starts joining in and picks Cal?
I said a lot of people are saying in the chat. I appreciate all this stuff that you're saying. We are trying to get through the predictions quickly. Give us your predictions for each character as we're talking about them. Because the last character is a big one. It's Palpatine. Everybody, we see. Don't be too afraid.
Got to do the one gasp.
He's not real.
Oh, okay.
So here's my guess with Palpatine, and it was like, what am I going to do for this? Am I going to assume we're going to see him a lot? I don't know. So I just made a general statement of we're going to see Palpatine cackle at least 5 times. So if he cackles once in an episode, we got to count. We got to keep those fingers up
the whole time.
And the whole time, see if in the whole series he cackles over 5 times.
I was expecting.
If he stops too, like if he's like ha ha ha, and then he continues to talk, and then he cackles again, that counts as well. That's another.
That's 2.
Yeah, that's another cackle.
I was thinking 5 in a row, just 5 cackles.
That would be.
It's like a sneeze.
That would never happen.
What if he keeps being amused by things that are
no, that would
see, that's 3. All you need is 2 more things to amuse you and you have 5.
That was uncomfortable and I was just doing it as a bit.
It was uncomfortable and I was listening.
What do you think Palpatine will do?
Palpatine will create a sound cloud and constantly prod Tarkin to check it out.
Really?
No.
I mean, he probably has a lot of free time after creating the Empire.
See, he's got to put that time somewhere.
Right.
Put that energy. No, Palpatine will come to the rescue of someone while singing a song. Okay, I'll give you my real one. Truly, Palpatine will use the Force publicly.
Oh my goodness. That is. I will see. Yeah.
It's 2 gasps.
It's 5 gasps in a row.
That's what we need. That I'm like, are you okay? Are you? Yeah. If I gasp 5 times in a row,
you're hyperventilating at that point. So the next kind of portion we're talking about now is events. And events they're not that many because of how the Bad Batch is structured at this point. But it's kind of just an idea of like what we will see in terms of what's going on in the universe at the time. And a good example of what we're talking about is Order 66. It's, we saw in Revenge of the Sith what happened in Order 66. We've seen it in now the Clone Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, some other stuff as well. But this is a new side of things, which is like the clones' perspective. Point of view is what I was thinking of as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what tact they take with it. So when it comes to this Order 66, I think this will be the Bad Batch's turning point. They either see or hear what the other clones are doing to Jedi, and that causes them to take Omega with them and escape Kamino. So I think they're going to get a hard time from Tarkin in the beginning there, and then the transition happens. They either see something happen or they hear about it, and then that's what makes them try and jump ship. And some of the parts we see in the trailer where it's like, you got to take down the Bad Batch, that is after they have left, so,
once they've declared themselves as like an enemy
exactly
to the Empire. Oh, what do we have? So Order 66. Yeah, it's actually a little similar. The Bad Batch won't be the only ones. And then I have clones and ranking officers to resist the execution of the Jedi.
Okay.
So I think still there's going to be a little bit of that tension.
They're going to kind of lead an uprising.
Yeah, well, there's got to be something that, and maybe this is already known and I'm just unaware of it, that starts to push out the clones and in the stormtroopers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe it's I don't know. And I know they have the inhibitor chip and all that, but
there is something, you know what I mean? Like they've given some background as to what that transition is, but I think seeing it on screen is going to be just different in the sense of its visual storytelling at this point.
Right.
I guess that's another thing that kind of leads into that is the end of the Clone Wars. So once again, Order 66 and the end of the Clone Wars is not necessarily the exact same thing, because there's a lot. Order 66 was killing Jedi.
Right.
The end of the Clone Wars was just like this whole war ending. And I don't think there's enough gravity put to that like out of nowhere, it's just like done. Like what?
Yeah.
Like imagine a war like that on Earth where it's just like going full force one day and then it's just like overnight they're like, oh yeah, we're just done with that. They just gave up. Every one of their troops just stopped and it's over. And they would be like, sure, yeah, they definitely just gave up on their own like that.
Right. That's how it went.
So for the end of the Clone Wars, I'm saying we will see battle droids being shut down and separatist planets being overthrown, most likely in a montage. So as
like music,
as something's
80s music.
Here comes several characters singing.
Right.
Saw Gererra, Palpatine.
They just check them all off my box.
Yeah. But no, like, you know what I mean? Like in a montage of like stuff kind of happening, we will see actual battle droids and stuff. We will see separatists like being taken into prisoners.
They wheel them into crates to be looked after by their top men. Yeah.
That frozen in carbonite.
Little Indiana Jones reference.
What do you think?
There will be a parade.
Oh, yes. You can't have a good Star Wars thing without a parade.
Yeah, you can't end a war without a parade.
No, I mean, come on. You got Naboo. You got the end of Return of the Jedi. There's a parade.
Yeah.
I guess you would call the march of Anakin and all the clone troopers into the Jedi Temple. That was kind of a parade.
Yeah, it seemed like there were fireworks, I heard.
Yeah, not that happy of an ending, but hey, some parades are a downer. And I guess the thing there too, moving into the next one is the transition into the Empire. So we got Order 66, which basically is leading into the end of the Clone Wars. And now Clone Wars is over and hey, we're an Empire. So what is going to be shown in that transition? And here's kind of a bigger one that I'm giving is I think by the end of the series, we will see stormtroopers, TIE fighters, and Imperial Star Destroyers. I think like maybe even the last episode is just like straight up like here they all come, they're all blazing in like we're the Empire now. You got some Clearwater Revival playing,
they're marching in,
you know what I mean? Is it Clearwater?
Now you've got me confused.
Maybe chat can help us out.
It's
CCR.
Credence. It's Credence.
See what
I'm like, wait, what is it now?
I should have just said CCR and saved myself with embarrassment.
Yeah.
Save me by giving an embarrassing prediction here.
It's actually eerily similar.
Eerily, like,
I don't know.
It's freaking me out, man.
Yeah, why would that be so weird? I think early designs of Death Star, and along with that, we will see Krennic.
Oh wow! Okay,
Yeah,
I like it. A young Krennic.
Yeah, because
he's got some shaving nicks and everything.
Like really young Krennic.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't be. Would he be that young?
I think he was 3 years old around this time. No, he would have been like in his 30s or something like that.
Thank God. I'm not an idiot. No, but I think because obviously we're only doing the characters that we know that we saw, but there's obviously going to be other big characters that aren't in the trailer.
Duh.
And I'm going to say he's one of them. Oh, I'm sorry.
So now we're moving on to the big one, which is the Hail Mary. So this is a prediction you could think of that's probably won't happen, but it would be crazy if it did. This is worth 3 points if guessed correctly.
And if Saw Gererra sings a song, that's pretty crazy.
Right. If Saw Gererra sings a song, exactly. I'm realizing right now that I didn't put a question mark in what is a whatever. So
we don't need question marks.
Here is what I am going to say as my Hail Mary. Darth Vader will make an appearance in the end, tracking down Rex in search of Ahsoka.
Oh, nice.
This is me. Nice. This is me taking that ball and throwing it to myself weeks from now when the series ends. And if I get that correctly, I'm going to catch it.
Right.
In a future episode.
You're throwing it, and then you're going to run along it for the series.
As I'm watching the series, I'm still running, trying to catch that prediction. So, what is your Hail Mary to yourself in the future?
Palpatine will find the love of his life.
Okay.
No, that would be interesting. Like if that happens, I think I should win. I'm just saying.
Make up your own rules. Sure, fine.
No, I'm just kidding. But I do think, hopefully, this is more. It's less of a Hail Mary and just more of like a hope. Palpatine will use the Zillo Beast technology.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes, that is a Hail Mary because that is such a cliffhanger.
We haven't seen anything.
That is such a cliffhanger. So if they do actually use it, I think that does count as a Hail Mary for sure. Because like, where the heck is the Zillo Beast thing is?
They should use it in the Death Star.
They should use it in the Death Star.
It's like so whiny.
Why doesn't he use it as armor?
Yeah.
Like why doesn't he
like
show up? Right. He shows up basically looking like an acorn.
Who cares how he
with
looks?
Like all these like divots in him, and he's just like, I am Emperor Palpatine now. Nobody can injure me.
I like that he has to reintroduce himself. Hi.
Well,
hello.
He looks like whatever that Pokemon is that uses Harden. Kakuna, whatever the heck.
Could be.
Whatever. You know who I'm talking about, where it's just like a cocoon, but it has a face.
I think that's Kakuna.
Sure. But he just looks like him. He doesn't. He can't move. That's what he evolves into.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, is he in the line of Beedrill?
But he can't move his arms, or he's just kind of like wheeled around in this Zillo Beast armor.
It's like actually, the Zillo Beast armor is kind of working against you.
That's why he ditches it by the original trilogy.
Yeah, we never see it. That's true. That's a good point.
So that's what I mean. I think it'll be very interesting to watch these episodes now with this stuff in mind. If you're a part of our Patreon, by the way, go on to our Discord because you can get the link to the template for this predictions episodes and everything.
Yeah.
You can fill your own out and we can all play together. And then, like we said, we're not coming back this Saturday. We're coming back the following Saturday, where we will talk about some new art. We'll talk about what we're going to be doing for punishments and celebrations. And then we will also come back with a normal format on Saturdays.
The 8th.
The 8th. But if you want to see us before then, well, we have good news for you, because May the 4th, we're celebrating it with Skywalking Through Neverland. That's right. Yeah. They invited us to do some Star Wars trivia with them May the 4th. So in the chat right now, I'm going to put in their Facebook link so that you can go and check them out, follow them, and get ready for that. So as you see there on the screen, it is May the 4th, 4 rounds of fun, spirited Star Wars trivia, and that will be 6 p.m. Pacific time, which I think is 8 or 9 for us in Eastern time. I don't know
Wait,
either.
What is it?
Pacific. It is 6 p.m. Pacific. Oh, I think that's 9 Eastern.
Yeah, it's 9. It's 9. It's 3. And then 2. I just do how many it will be off.
It's 9. It's 3. It's like, whoa, that was a weird jump.
How many seconds is it? How is that going to help you? I'll divide and count to it. It's like just so unnecessary.
So you usually see us quiz each other. So it's going to be interesting to be quizzed on our stuff, and it'll be fun to be able to have a reunion with the guys and gals from Skywalking Through Neverland, and maybe some more Force Fest people. May the 4th, it'll be a really fun time, and we're going to be excited to celebrate with so many other Star Wars fans.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
It's going to be a big day.
Pumped to do some trivia.
Are you going to study? The other day you were like, Tyler, I hope you can carry the team. No, you didn't say that, but
I basically did say that. I was like, I need to look up some Star Wars trivia.
Just random facts. Just remember random facts.
Well, it's like what I'll do is I'll just put all of them on a really long doc, and then just scroll through them at 3 a.m. Just
you talked about how if you read something, you can lock it into your mind. So maybe it's not even trivia like setups. It's just answers to standard trivia questions.
And you just it's just really quick, 0.3 seconds per answer. Blah 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 blah.
It's like cell 2187.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Well, what's the question to that? I don't know, but I know the answer.
I don't know, but I know the it's like, so I tried to learn Star Wars trivia. It turns out I learned everything about everything in one night.
You're like a robot. That makes a lot of sense. I've programmed you to do that. But yeah, so check out our socials for that May the 4th. No show this Saturday. I apologize to everybody, but we will be back the 8th, like May Logan said, 8th. May 8th.
May the 8th be with you.
And by the way, everybody, the stream for that Skywalking Through Neverland thing, I believe, will be on several other platforms. So you can check it out there. And I think you can play along. If you have a cell phone, you can play along in the quiz with us and possibly beat us. I know that's what we did too in Force Fest. Oh, and I had a great time making the lightsaber battle trivia and watching people get it incorrect.
I remember that. I think you tested it on me.
It was very fun. I love that type of thing. So I can't wait to do some more trivia, especially with some great friends like our friends at Skywalking Through Neverland. How many times can I say their name, Logan?
Say one more.
Skywalking Through Neverland. May the 4th be with you. And we will see you guys then. And we can't wait to get proven wrong over and over again with the new season of The Bad Batch. We'll see you guys. Have a good rest of your week.